Hi everyone. Uh, Recently, I am getting some doubts, some query from some of clients. What should be the export of services to the outside the GCC territory from UAE? What kind of services? What are the conditions to be fulfilled to call export of services from UAE to outside the GCC territory? I thought I should make a one video on this and share with all of you. Now let's discuss on this. Mainly article number 31 of the cabinet decision number 52 2017 talk about zero rating the export of services. Under VAT in UAE, services are defined as anything that can be supplied other than goods. Other than goods, whatever you are supplying, that will be a service. Okay. When a service is provided to a person whose place of establishment or fixed establishment is outside the UAE, it becomes an export of service. Outside the UAE, place of establishment, fixed establishment is outside the UAE, and we are providing services to outside the GCC. Okay, this should be considered. Okay. In this article, let us understand the treatment of export of services from UAE to countries outside the GCC territories. I talked already. Article number 31 of Cabinet Decision 52 of 2017 talk about this zero rating the export of services. Here, mainly we have four sub article sub sections we can say uh, 31 1 2 3 4. Okay, article sub article number 1 is most important. Here, every provision will be covered under this sub article number. Export of services shall be zero rated in the following cases. Article 31 1A say if the following conditions are met, it will be a export of services will be zero rated. Condition 1, recipient of service who does not have a place of residence in the implementing state, means GCC, except one or two GCC countries that are about to implement the VAT in their country, and outside the state means UAE, outside the UAE at the time of services are performed. Recipient is recipient place of resident is outside GCC and services are performed outside UAE and not in connection with the real estate in UAE or movable personal assets in UAE. Okay. Now, Article 31, sub Article 1B talks say if the services are actually performed outside implementing state GCC or are arranging of services that are actually performed outside the implementing states. These are talking same thing like services are performed outside GCC and arranging of services performed outside GCC. 31 1C talk about if the supply consists of the facilitations of outbound tour packages for that part of the service, tour packages outbound outside the UAE. Article 31 2 says for the purpose of paragraph A of sub clause 1. Clause 1 was there was two condition that this one these two conditions residents outside GCC and service performed outside UAE and not in the connection with the real estate and movable personal assets. Okay, they say sub article number 2 for the purpose of paragraph A of clause 1 of this article, a person shall be considered as being outside the state if they only have a short term presence in the state of less than 1 month. If they have any place of residence in the UAE for less than 1 month, that also be considered as they are outside the state. Or the only presence they have in the state is not effectively connected with the supply. They might have presence, but that is not related to the services that are performed. As an sub article number 3 says, As an exception to paragraph A of subclause 1 of this article, a supply of services shall not be zero rated, not be zero rated. If the supply is made under an agreement that is entered into whether directly or indirectly with the recipient of services who is NR, if all the following conditions are met. If these two conditions are met, then it will be not a zero rated. It will not be treated as an export of services. The performance of service. Now talking about point number one. The performance of services is or it is reasonably foreseeable that performance of the services will be received in the state by another person. In the state by another person. In the UAE by another person, including but not limited to employee of foreign company, employee director of foreign company, they can be okay, any person, another person on the behalf of foreign company, they if they are receiving services in the UAE, it will not be treated as the export of services, not be a zero rated. Now come to the point number B. It is reasonably foreseeable at the time of agreement is entered into that other person in the state will receive services in the course of making supplies for which input tax is not recoverable in full. Article 54 of the decree law. There are some exempt services are there on which some uh, some services, some goods and services are there on which fully input tax is not recoverable. If those kind of services that service recipient is providing, that in that case also it will not be treated as a zero rated if he is providing some kind of exempt services further that in those cases. Now come to article number 31 sub article number 4. For the purpose of paragraph C was about tour operators. C of the clause 1 of this article, services that consist of facilitation of outbound tour packages means the services that a taxable person provides in packaging one or more tourism products and also services outside the implementing states, including but not limited to such goods and services as accommodation, meals, transport, and other activities. What they are saying, for the purpose of paragraph C of clause 1 of this article, services that consist of facilitation of outbound tour packages means services that a taxable person provides a packaging one or more tourism product and also services outside the GCC, including but not limited to such goods and services as accommodation, meals, transport, and other activities. It can be any kind of services, any kind of activities outside the GCC they can provide. It will be included. Now I want to show you the crux of this. I made one in handwritten. In this article 31, there is mainly four sub-articles. Article 1, you can see here. Article, sub-article 1, sub-article 2, sub-article 3, sub-article 4. Sub-article 1 is important. Sub-article 1 has further A, B, C. Okay. And A has point 1 and point 2. Okay. This in this way, this article 31 is flow. Okay. Point number one says recipient of services has not a place of residence in the GCC plus outside the service outside the UAE at the time of services are performed, and these two conditions should fulfill to claim zero rating of export of services. Services are not related to the real estate and personal movable things in the UAE. If these two conditions are fulfilled, it will be a zero rated. Point B talk about if services actually performed outside the GCC or arranging of services that are actually performed outside the UAE. This will also qualify for zero rating of export of services. Point number C talk about facilitation of outbound tour packages outside the GCC, then that also be qualified for a zero rating of export services. Point two, sub article number point two was talking about 1 month or less if they have a period of stay in the UAE, it will not be considered as they have place of residence in the UAE. This point number two, three, four, I've already explained that you can check in my videos by going back. Okay, if the point sub-article number one is more important. Two and three and four sub-article number just helping and explaining the things. Okay, if you have hold on this point number sub-article number one, then you will have the hold on this whole article number 31 of cabinet decision 52 of 2017. Okay friends, this will be the end of our video. Before going, let me tell you about our services. We are actually providing VAT return services, especially for gold and diamond clients in the UAE, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, everywhere in the UAE. And we are doing the VAT returns. We are telling your report, transaction summary report, trial balance. All the figures are cross matching with the whatever VAT return we are filing to the government. Okay, you know now that FT audits are going on, they are asking everything, these kind of things, tally these things with your transaction summary, tally this thing with your trial balance, everything they are asking. Okay, all those things we are providing. Very nominal charges we are charging for the VAT return. We are providing year-end financial audit, ESR, GOML filing, GOML registration, everything we are providing, and we are doing everything. You can scan this QR barcode to send me hi over WhatsApp. If you like my videos, please like, share, and subscribe with yourself and share with your friends, colleagues, so that they can also enhance their knowledge. And friends, if you need any video on any specific topic, please do comment on the video or send me over WhatsApp. Inshallah, I will try to make such videos on such topics and I will upload on my YouTube channel. I hope fans you enjoyed it. Knowledge is always boring. You have to have courage to read the books, to watch the full videos. Only then you can be intelligent. You can be knowledgeable. Thank you, friends. I hope you like it. Thank you one more time. Assalamu alaikum.